Hey friends, welcome to my next video. Today I will be illustrating a goldfish. Just wanted to say a quick thank you to my patrons for making this possible. Their support allows me the freedom to sit down and make these videos as well as tutorials. Okay, so in this video you're going to see me using multiple techniques. This first one is known as the wet and wet technique. So what that means is that I've painted the paper with water first and then dropped in different colors, allowing the pigments to flow with the water that's already on the paper. This next one that you see me doing here is known as negative space painting. Now, in order to do this one, I had to wait for the previous layer to be completely dry so that this darker color doesn't just flow right into the main subject that I'm painting around. Hence the name negative space. Your subject is your positive object and the space around it is your negative space. So something you may have noticed when working with watercolors is that they often dry lighter than you think they're going to be when they're wet. This happened to me with this background, and I decided to experiment by adding acrylic ink and indigo. That's why you can see here the background is much darker, more opaque than what would normally appear if I had just used watercolors. So for the rest of this video, you'll see me using mainly these two techniques, wet on dry and glazing. Wet on dry is when the previous layer or the paper is completely dry and my brush is the only thing that's loaded with water and pigment. This allows me to get more specific marks and not have it blend and blur. Sometimes you'll see me come in and add a bit more water to purposely blend these layers that I put on there. And I usually do that if I find that it's just a little too strong a line or it needs to soften. The second technique I mentioned is called glazing. Glazing is just the fancy word for working in layers. The key here is that your previous layer is completely dry and your paint is watered down enough that you can see the previous layer, the previous marks that you made. As this illustration progresses, you'll see me use both of these techniques, wet on dry and glazing, to gradually build up the color and the level of detail in this fish. Anyways, I hope you enjoy this video and seeing this goldfish come to life. If you'd like more in-depth instruction, please do check out my Patreon page where I have longer form videos and PDFs with all the process shots and written explanations of each step. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and until the next one, bye!